What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. We are back in the shop. It is me and Pops again. Tuesday, January 24th. And we got the next project in the shop. So I just wanted to do a little video here, a little intro to what we got working on. And show y'all about what we got to do on this little mini stock. And this is a very nice car. Very nice car. It's a local guy. His son drives the car. I can't remember how old he is. I don't want to lie. I can't remember if he's 12 or 11 or 12. But the kid can drive. And he was a track champion in junior mini stock this past season. I think at 2 tracks, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to check. I don't want to lie, but the kid can drive. Let's put it that way. This car is actually a very nice piece. And we're just going to update it a little bit, kind of upgrade the suspension on it a little bit. He's actually going to move up and run mini stock this year. He's not going to be running junior mini stock. So we'll turn y'all around, show you what we got going on. It's going to be a pretty big project for us, so we'll show y'all what we got. All right. As y'all can see, it is a mini stock. 4-cylinder mini stock. And it is a very nice car. He takes care of it, and they make sure that he's safe, and that's the biggest thing. But what we're actually going to be doing is this car is on the adjustable spring cups, and if I'm not mistaken, the rears have been welded and the fronts have been welded. Maybe the rears have been welded and the fronts are still adjustable. But anyway, they are allowed to run jack bolts front and rear. So we have a box full of jack bolts and parts and plates. And we are going to be putting jack bolts on all 4 corners of this car. So we got to get to cutting a little bit. But first, me and Pops just got it jacked up. And we're going to start pulling the suspension off of it. We're going to drop the rear end down. We'll just do the rear shocks and let the rear end swing down and get the spring out of the hole. And then, of course, up front, we'll pull the struts out. And we may pull the spindle off. I'm not sure, but we know we're going to pull the struts out and get all that out of the way so we can do some cutting on that frame rail right there. So y'all hang out with us. We're going to do a little work. All right, y'all. So we got the front suspension over here knocked off, and we were just kind of looking at it. The adjustable spring cups that they have in here, whoever built the car, they actually welded these up in here, up in the spring pocket. So we got to get those ground off and get these out of the way. And then we'll find our center. And I'm actually going to drill from the bottom up through and get the center up here. And then that way we know where we can cut out. We're probably going to cut this frame out and box it with flat plate. And that way the jack bolt plate will weld on here, but the jack bolt can come up through the frame. Just to kind of give y'all an idea what we're working with. We were just trying to look at it right now and get an idea. And Pops is looking outside. It was supposed to rain tonight. They said we're going to get an inch of rain, but it's sleeting. So it's been chilly all day. So when we heard it hitting the... When we heard it hitting the roof just a minute ago, we knew it wasn't rain. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna keep on getting busy on this thing. All right, y'all. Well, me and Pops went ahead and knocked off this left front suspension, got it out of the way. There's some jack stands under the control arms. That way they're just not kind of flopping in the way or flopping down. And we're gonna take these tie rods loose so it don't put any stress on that rack. That's the adjustable spring cup on this side. It was not welded. It was actually in there right. Like I said, the guys that own this car didn't build this car, so I get why people done it for adjustment, you know, on certain corners. But I went ahead and pulled that out, and we'll have to cut out the rest of it. It's welded in pretty good, so we're kind of getting a game plan tonight. We're gonna pull out that adjustable spring cup. They've actually got it welded up in the spring pocket, so we'll cut it out and get it out of the way. Kind of just getting a game plan of how we're gonna do everything. We're gonna knock out the front first because it's gonna be the hardest, we think. It should be. So then we'll move on to the rear suspension. We're gonna cut that bar out of the way up there. It actually comes through the decking, but we're gonna cut it about right there, and then we'll splice it, slug it, and weld it all good and go into the back of the spring perch here. That way it won't be in the way of the jack bolt. And then we'll probably brace that jack bolt plate with another bar somewhere up in there. So just so it adds rigidity to it and it don't move and it's all in there good. But yeah, we're just getting a game plan tonight. We're probably gonna hit it hard tomorrow and start getting this thing swapped over to jack bolts. Y'all hang out with us. We got a lot more coming. What's going on, y'all? It is Wednesday, January 25th. Me and Pops are back in the shop.
Hey.
And we're gonna get busy on the mini stock today. We kind of got a game plan what we're gonna do. We're still not real sure, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna swing for the fence. We just want to make sure it's clean, it's nice, everything's welded good, it functions good, and it works right. And that way the customer's happy. So y'all hang out with us. Pop's got the tie rods off this morning, and probably gonna set up a time lapse, and we're gonna do some cutting. We're gonna try to get these adjustable spring pockets out of the way, and then may go ahead and start cutting on the frame. Get a game plan of where the jack bolt's gonna sit, and go from there. Y'all hang out with us. All right, y'all. Well, I forgot to cut the camera on, and we were doing some cutting. So we'll just show y'all what we're gonna do. I cut this frame rail out in here, in this stock frame rail. This is the K member, of course, and I've got it welded to the bottom of the frame. So that's what's been giving us a little bit of a fit, is I got these adjustable pockets in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. We're gonna cut these off at the bottom of the weld where they welded them in. We're gonna smooth all that up. We're just gonna leave those in there for strength because there's a collar in here and this other plate where they use those cups. And that's gonna give us a little strength right here because we're gonna cut this out, or drill it out rather. And when we drill this out, we're gonna box this in with flat plate, this whole entire square hole right here. And then we will take our jack bolt plate. And I just got it marked to kind of give you an idea. But we're gonna cut it, and it's gonna go in there and lay down. And then we will weld it to the metal we put in there to box that hole. And then it'll be welded along this frame and around this whole pocket out here, just to give it some strength. Well, that's where we're at right now. We gotta run and get some more Sawzall blades and cut off grinding wheels. And then we'll get back busy. Y'all hang out. What's going on, y'all? It is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. January 26th. We are back in the shop this evening. It is me, Pops, and Griffin again. And Griffin's gonna give us a hand on this mini stock. He's gonna do some cutting here in a minute. It's just a extra couple of set of hands here, and I'm gonna get busy cutting on the other side. And we're gonna try to get the jack bolts, hopefully at least one side completely done, boxed in and finished tonight. And then we may get started on the other side, getting it boxed in. We're gonna turn y'all around, show y'all what we got going on. And y'all stay with us, we got a lot of content coming. All right. So I cut this out the other night, but we're gonna cut it out a little more just to give us some more room. And Griffin's gonna come in here and cut this with the grinder, cut it out, get this whole frame rail out of here. We're gonna cut that bottom out. And we're gonna put our jack bolt plate in here first because it goes in at a little bit of an angle. And then we're gonna box all this into it. So that's what he's gonna be working on. I'm gonna be doing the same thing on the other side. And we're gonna get busy. Y'all hang out with us. All right, y'all. So I had to run up to the house. And while I was gone, Pops and Griffin, I mean that die grinder right there. This is what you do when you don't have the right tools. They took a 1/4-inch bolt and a couple of 1/4-inch nuts, and we had this die grinder, but we didn't have the tool for the cutoff wheel, but we had some of these cutoff wheels. So they took a nut and they ground it down to where it fit in the hole of the cutoff wheel, and then they made this out of a bolt so they can put it in the die grinder. Griffin, as y'all seen in the time lapse, got all that cut out. And as you can see, that's the top of the adjustable spring pocket. We cut it off on bottom. The reason why we done that is because we can't get this K-member out of the car. They don't want to pull the motor out right now. Everything, I mean, the car is complete other than what we're doing right here. So they don't want to pull this out, plus it's welded solid in the car. We be grinding for days to get the K-member out. We're going to leave that in there for rigidity. We're going to lay our jack bolt plate right in here at the angle it needs to be. Then we'll box all this in down to that plate. So y'all hang tight. We're going to work on getting this cleaned up, getting pieces cut to box it in, get our jack bolt plate put in it, and hopefully get this side completely done tonight. And we'll let y'all hang out with us. Appreciate y'all watching. All right, y'all. My crew's a little disappointed at me because I wasn't videoing. So I'm sorry. We got in the zone. I wasn't worried about anything but getting this thing done. But there it is. Jack bolt plate welded in, all the frame boxed in. That was the goal we had in mind. I was nervous about it because we never done one, but there it is. So we got that side done. And then Griffin was working, and him and Pops got this side cut out. We'll get our jack bolt plate cut so it goes and lays in there the way we want it. And we'll cut our pieces to box this frame, and then this side will be done. And then it's on to the rear. We're going to cut these bars out. Like I said earlier in the video, we'll cut these out, cut all this plate off here, weld those jack plates on there, and That'll be the rear. All right, y'all. I think that's going to be a wrap on part 1 of the mini stock rebuild. Freshen up, update, not sure, but update, there you go. Update. Well, that's going to be part 1 of the update. We appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate everyone. We went over 200 subscribers, so we appreciate that. We're going to continue making content. We're going to continue making videos for y'all. Y'all stay tuned because racing season's getting close. And we got some more parts coming for our car. Hopefully we'll get busy on it this weekend. We also got Kelly's Impressive coming back in to do some setup on caster, camber, stuff like that.
Door bar,
bumper.
Yeah.
So until next time, y'all stay tuned for the next video.
Appreciate y'all watching, guys. Subscribe, like, come back and see us. God bless you.
Appreciate y'all.